Hey guys, so it's just about it's just after lunchtime now, and me and my mom are going to go catch a bunny. You don't just go and buy a bunny and eat it. You must catch a bunny chow, or you must crush a bunny chow. So we're going from Umhlanga, where we're staying, where the Airbnb is. We're going into Umbilo. I'm sure there's a few takeaways that do bunny chows here in Umhlanga as well, but we have a particular restaurant or takeaway that we go to whenever we in Durban to catch a bunny chow. That was one of my father's favorites, because he used to work very close to where this restaurant or takeaway is. So and it's quite a famous Durban bunny chow place. It's called Gounden's in Umbilo. So yeah, we're just gonna head across there now. Like I said, my dad used to work just down the road from where this takeaway is, so he would pick us up from the library sometimes on his route, and then we'd go into town to drop the truck back off, and then on the way out from his bakery, we'd stop at this bunny place, and we'd get bunny chows, and then we'll go to like the Durban Botanical Gardens and we'll have lunch. That was our Saturday routine every second Saturday. We used to go with the bus into town, you remember? Yeah, so that was our routine, and yeah, so we're just gonna grab a bunny chow now. So yeah, the bunny chow, I mean, not only does it have a long-rooted history with us, and it has memories for us, but also if you're in Durban, it's one of the things you have to do. It's a Durban invention that's actually now actually going across the world. You'll find bunny chows in like London, and I've seen them advertised for bunny chows in London when I was there. And some of the top restaurants in the world will sell you like a what do they call, a luxury bunny chow. But it originated in Durban. There's actually, well, there's almost two origin stories to it. For the longest time, we were told the story that bunny chows were convenient packaging methods. So it's curry inside a half loaf or a quarter loaf of bread, and it's wrapped up in paper, and the salad is in a small packet on the side, and you take that away and you go eat it on the bonnet of your car or wherever you want to, and it's convenient that way. So the story we've always been told is that it's a food that was born out of necessity, and with the laborers working hard work, whether it be in the sugarcane fields or in the different industries that was being built in Durban. The bunny chow was sort of a convenient method to sell people lunch, and for people to carry their lunch and go with them. So yeah, that was the story we were almost told and grew up knowing. And then more recently, I read an article that said the bunny chow was actually a later invention than we think. So it could have come, in the late 40s and early 50s in Durban. And why it was invented was because in segregated South Africa, you would actually have restaurants that served only white people, but the kitchens would be manned by Indian chefs. So there would be Indian chefs cooking, Indian curries, Indian Durban style curries, and serving them to the clients. But the clients that they could serve in the restaurants were only white people, because of the segregated history of South Africa at the time. So what these restaurant workers would do is actually make bunny chows, which was the bread and the curry, wrap them up and actually pass them out to Indian customers, out the back door almost. So while the Indian people of Durban enjoyed eating bunny chows, they couldn't really sit down in these restaurants and eat them, so they had to get served almost in a different way, and that was part of the need that actually made bunny chows more popular. It's got a bittersweet connotation to it, in that it does talk to the history of our country. I mean, even us as Indians, we came to South Africa because we were indentured laborers. So that history is always there and always a part of being a Durbanite and being an Indian in Durban. So we have to take it as we see it almost.
Okay, there was a very interesting story that brings me a lot of memories of my late husband. It was just in
2019, yeah.
2019.
In June.
In June, when we was back in Durban.
Yeah, the last time.
Whenever we're in Durban, it's our bunny chow. And it was their dad's favorite place. As usual, when we was in Durban, I used to take the children to the library in the bus, and then he used to collect us with his driving truck. Bibi used to drive the truck for Bibi, and that was his favorite spot to buy us bunny chows. But just before his death in 2019, in the month of November, the story that came up just that year.
Yeah, just that year.
He used to get up very early and leave home at 3 in the morning, because the delivery already starts at 4 in the morning. So I used to prepare some lunch in the night for him to take, and then he used to feel, oh, it's getting cold, it's from the fridge. And then some days, like non-fasting day, like on a Wednesday or so, I say, don't worry about lunch, you can sleep till the morning, and it doesn't matter, you making lunch. Then eventually, when we sat down to eat our bunny, when we was the last time in Durban in June, he says to me, the next time when you come to Durban, you had to eat this fish curry that they prepare it too nice, better than you, 100%. And then I said, but so that's the reason why you shouldn't take lunch from home. He says, yes, I kept a secret for long. And not knowing that was his last visit and his last words, the secret of long life did come out eventually.
What is the secret? Don't take lunch from your wife and tell her that you are helping her out by not having to get up.
Yeah.
Okay, so this road that we're just passing, I used to walk every morning to get to the taxi to go up to university. So this is Soldier's Way, and we would get dropped off with our taxi, I think just a couple streets down, and we had to walk, I think 5 or 6 blocks to get to the other taxi, down this road and into the workshop, and then through the workshop and out on the other side, and the taxis would pick us up there. So it's actually not the safest road to walk down. When I was going to university, I mean, we'd hear a lot of stories about people getting mugged, and I was like, yeah, you know, I walk down that road every day, so it's fine. And I think the one day I got dressed up to get my university photo done. So it was, you know, close to the end of the year, and we were doing our class photos for the university. So I had to wear like a formal shirt and pants and a tie. Walking down Soldiers Way, just as I get into the workshop, the robot changes for the pedestrian traffic, and I'm all alone on the side waiting to cross the road, and two guys come, and immediately their hands are in my pocket, and there's a knife on my chest, and they're like, give us your wallet and give us your money and your cell phone. But I mean, at the time we were still in university, so you know, there was not much to be had anyway. But I had my final year project on a disc. It was a 256 meg flash drive, which was massive at the time, but yeah, now it's not that big. So my whole project was on that flash drive. I was like, no, I can't give you all the stuff, because this is you know, my whole semester's work on a flash drive. And I just kept my hands in my pocket, and then eventually some guys from across the way, you know, shouted, and they're like, hey, what's going on there? And the guys left me alone. But my shirt was torn, and I had like 5 buttons missing, so and it was too late to turn around and go home and change and go back. It was like, yeah, 3 taxi rides that, you know, that would have meant I would have missed the photos anyway. So I got to campus, and I borrowed some pins, and I don't know what we put together, and we got the shirt almost looking like it was fine. But whenever I look at that final year university photograph, I'm reminded of that day I got mugged. Not for any sort of money or anything, so they didn't get anything out of mugging me, except the buttons that they tore on my shirt.
Here's the bunny chow at Gounden. It's looking very delicious, and we are gonna tuck in.
Okay guys, so here's the quarter bunny, and my mom's quarter bunny. 75 bucks for a quarter button. So yeah, we're gonna tuck in now. Yeah, this is an unmissable Durban experience, so make sure you come through and try it out. Okay guys, there you go, quarter mutton crushed. My mom is still eating, she's struggling a little bit. I don't know if you can see me. The bunny was hot, so sweating through my nose and everything. Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, Durban heat is some other hot. And then, like, this is the staple like through the year. So like when it's 40 degrees, people will come and sit and eat this hot food. I don't know how they actually manage it, eh? But yeah, this is what we used to do when we were kids. Anyway, that was our bunny adventure, and it's almost over. My mom will ask for a doggy bag, and then we can go back to the Airbnb. Oh, I almost forgot that with any bunny you have to have a Coke, otherwise it's not complete.